Hi, everybody. It's Janet from the Barn Goddess Chronicles. I'm here to talk to you today about working from home. I know that that's something that a lot of you have had to adapt to with this new situation that we're all facing, the virus. And so a lot of you are not used to doing that. A lot of us who are horse people out there, well, of course, we go to the barn and do what we do and all of that, and it's pretty much not changed things. Agricultural workers are essential, so that's a good thing. But a lot of us have been relegated to working from home. And so I thought I would get on here and give you some of the benefit of my experience. I have worked from home on and off for over 25 years. So I know a little bit about it. And quite frankly, I like working from home. But I know there are a lot of you that are out there that do not like working from home. And some of you hate working from home. As a matter of fact, I heard from a cousin of mine up in Erie, Pennsylvania, who was asked to work from home, and he just is like going out of his mind. He hates it. And I think that there are, some reasons why people who are not used to doing this are employing some of the best tactics to be able to work from home, and I hope to be able to shed some light on that. So here we go. First of all, let me assure you that the old, oh, isn't it great to work from home? Oh, you can work in your pajamas. That's a really bad idea. And here's the reason why. Because working in your pajamas does not put you in the right frame of mind to do serious work. You might be able to play games and do this and that when you're pajamas and be perfectly fine. But when you need to focus and use your brain on what your job is, you need to have a more bodily structure. And believe it or not, that's actually very important. I remember, here's a funny kind of a story, a side story here, which is when I first started working from home, which was back in 1986. Boy, am I dating myself. And I started Winters Advertising, which was my first business. I started working out of my home. And I remember that very first day I got up, and this was during the Dress for Success days, and I put on my suit and my little bow tie and nylon stockings and pumps. And I went down to my little office that I created in the sunroom in my house, and I had a typewriter and a landline, and that was it. And that was how I started. Well, it wasn't too long after that I realized that I was sitting there by myself in a suit, which really didn't make a whole lot of sense. So I allowed myself to cash up a little bit there and just wore basically the blouse and the skirt. Okay, so there you go. But for you guys out there now in the modern age, what I would suggest doing is wear what you wear to work. I mean, unless you are like a banker or a lawyer or some in a profession that really requires you to wear a suit and tie and a dress and heels or whatever, you don't need to do that. But I would suggest wearing, like a nice pair of khakis and or nice jeans and a shirt, not pajama tops. Try, that's going to put you in a little bit better frame of mind to work. The second thing is to set up a little home office for yourself. Again, this cousin had his laptop in his bed. Well, no wonder he was hating it. That's not how to do it. Even if you don't have a home office or den in your house, you can set up a little area that is your quote-unquote work area. And it'll have your computer, and you're on your cell, I'm sure. Not many people have landlines anymore, but your printer, etc., whatever you need, your office equipment, and not having things spread all over the house and going from one place to the other. Try to set up as a professional space as you possibly can. I recommend not setting this space up next to the kitchen if you can get away with doing that. If there's another area in the house that you can set it up, because being next to the kitchen, I find that you can give yourselves all kinds of reasons why you need to get up from that chair and walk into that kitchen and open up that refrigerator door, open up that pantry, and look for something to eat. You eat out of boredom, you eat out of anxiety. There's a lot of anxiety going along, anxiety eating. Just convince yourself that you need a break or whatever, a million times a day that you need to be doing this. And chances are a lot of times it's not going to be the healthiest foods that you choose to eat as the snacks between meals. So, if you're not near the kitchen, it's a bigger deal to have to get up from wherever you are and go to the kitchen. So if possible, that's what I would suggest you do. Okay, moving along a little bit on this line about the food. It's really important for you to maintain a healthy diet. And most of you know what that is, the fruits and vegetables, etc. But also, don't eat at your desk. Go to the kitchen when it's lunchtime, or the dining room, or wherever you normally eat, and socialize with those that are quarantined in the house with you if they're there, which is good. But if you're all alone, here's what I would suggest doing. I would suggest going on YouTube. And there's just so many great things you can learn on YouTube or be entertained with on YouTube. And what I suggest you do is watch videos that are like that are completely unrelated to what you do for work. If you are a person who is involved in doing a lot of left brain work, like you're doing math, accounting, banking, those sorts of activities, watch some videos that have to do with more right brain type of activities, music videos, art, things with music, art, lectures, those sorts of things. And just the opposite, if you do something that is more creative, you're a designer, you're an artist, you're something in the creative field, watch something that's a little more on the left brain side. Something that is focused on what can I learn, what does science have to teach me about this or that or the other. And I can really recommend TED Talks for that. TED Talks are wonderful, and they're not that long, so you can, watch one while you're having your lunch, and you can, learn a lot about subjects that you don't normally address in your life. So TED Talks are really, really great things, and I think that you'll definitely enjoy them. So give that a try. And there are a lot of other things out there that you can do as well. So that's my advice on that. The next do is exercise. I know a lot of you guys, like to go to the gym and do that sort of thing, and it's closed, and it's, oh gee, and for me, my yoga class, my yoga studio is closed, and so forth. But there are online things that you can do, and if it's possible in your particular physical situation for you to get out and walk around and so on and so forth, staying 6 feet away from everybody else, then definitely do that. And for all us horse people, we do have hopefully the opportunity to get out to ride our horses, or I've actually had some people say that they felt, because of their anxiety level, that they didn't really feel if riding was the right thing to do. Just use your head on that one. And there are plenty of other things that you can do with your horse besides being in the saddle that provide good exercise. You can do groundwork, you can do grooming, you can do, clean out that locker at the stable that has been accumulating every kind of spray and blanket and this and that, and just all jammed in there and neaten things up and whatever. But it's a matter of keeping your body moving and your muscles and keeping up your strength and so forth. So when you're able to get back to your horse activities and back to showing or doing eventing or participating in whatever you like to do with your horse, the opportunities for all that is going to open up again, and you will be strong and ready to participate. And keeping your horse strong too. There are plenty of exercises that you can do with them to make sure you keep their muscles going. And so forth. So exercise is really important. You can go to, here on the Barn Goddess Chronicles, underneath the tab of health for humans and horses, We do I do have a video recording up there of a really good yoga for equestrians class that you can take. Give that a shot. If you've never tried yoga before, now's a perfect opportunity to do it. And it helps the equestrians in so many great ways. It helps with your balance and your stamina and your strength. There are a lot of great benefits with yoga. So, give it a shot, give it a try. And who knows, maybe you'll even want to continue with that after this, after your sequencer here is over. Now, also think about this as a time to start some new habits, some things that you would like to incorporate in your life that maybe before you really didn't have much of an opportunity because you were up and out the door. And so you've cut down on your commute time right now, so that should open up some more hours. And if that was never an issue to begin with, well, you can always get up a little bit earlier. But it's a good time to start a meditation practice. And meditating is really, really a wonderful thing. It helps you to get your mindset where it needs to be be productive. And of course, adding prayerfulness into that as well. We all need that at this time when we're facing this dire situation with the health of our nation, and reaching out and being thankful to God that for the health that we do have, and praying for others, and praying for our country to heal and heal soon. Now you have the time, and so you would like to maybe consider incorporating that into your daily routine, starting your morning off right, and adding that into your routine. So you might ask me, what are you working on, Janet, during this downtime? And again, for me, I am not near where my horses are right now, so I'm not able to go out to the barn. But I am continuing, to keep exercising and so forth with the means that I have. I'm working on doing more posts for you guys for the Barn Goddess Chronicles to give you some information, to maybe I'll be putting in some purely entertainment posts as well, and celebrating the equestrian life. In addition to that, I am, working on perfecting more of the Canter to Confidence program, that course that I'm going to be offering, and so I'll keep you posted on how that's going along. And working on novel 3 of the Ivy Snow Mystery Series. And if you have not, read Book 1 and 2, they are available here on the Barn Goddess Chronicles under Ivy Snow Mysteries, and I am working on the third edition here, the third installment of the Ivy Snow Mystery Series, and my goal is to have that out ready for Christmas. So I'm going to be working on that. Also, with your businesses, I don't know, where you are right now with promoting what it is that you do. We do have opportunities for advertising on the Barn Goddess Chronicles if you are, out there promoting what you do, and I recommend that you do that without being, insensitive to what's going on and what people's, particular situations are. But we do need to keep the economy of this country going, and it's the further down we go in that area, the harder it's going to be to pick ourselves back up when things get back to normal. I kind of like to mention one that I saw. I was watching TV the other day, and I saw an ad for Cadillac, which I really kind of liked. What they're doing is they are addressing their sensitivity to this, to our situation right now, and they are offering free OnStar to, Cadillac owners, which, if you find yourself, needing that help, that communication, I thought that was pretty nice, and a low rate and whatever they're doing, and that you can, buy online and have your Cadillac delivered, or, there were a couple of different things that they were offering, but it was done in a very sensitive way, I believe, and I think that they did a very nice job on that. So there are ways that you can continue to keep your business, your product, etc., out in front of the buying customer, because we still all have needs. We still have all needs. Life goes on, and so there are good opportunities to be able to do that in a sensitive way. So that's all about what I have for you today, and. I will put some links down there to a few things that we talked about, the yoga class, etc., so that you can take advantage of that. And I just, I am just so prayerful that all of this is going to be over really soon, and that we're all going to get back to enjoying life as we have all along, and thanking God for blessing us and with what we have. So, anyway, everybody, love you guys, and I will be back, and we'll be having some fun here too. So keep watching. Talk to you later. Bye bye.